How's it going, guys? What's up? Moses here. Been a while. Made this new character today. My played time is 8 hours and 50 minutes. I'm currently level 81, so it's been rather fast. It is a ground slam Scion, and I wanted to go through the character. I haven't done all labs. The character is like far from finished in terms of how it's gonna end up looking and all that kind of stuff. I just did a Harbinger map of beachhead. I had a couple of yellow beachheads, so I thought I'm gonna show you guys what I'm up to. Let's shove this over here. So, Ground Slam Scion, the combo is going to be a Raider with Elementalist. This is a full conversion, elemental conversion character. We're dealing damage with, pure physical, and then we're converting to cold, lightning, and we have Herald of Ash, so we're dealing also some fire damage. The way we're converting is 40% physical to cold with Winter Spirit. And this node right here, you got 40%. Then you got physical to lightning gem, converts 50. And then the final 10%, I'm getting a pair of temple gloves that have this hybrid lightning damage to attacks and physical damage converted to lightning damage. They also have some life, attack speed that I crafted, some resists. So fairly decent gloves. The weapon is an Elder Flesh Ripper with the Fortify hybrid with physical damage. It can go up to 20, but we are SSF. This is the best I could craft after about 2,000 alterations, and yeah, it's very good. 540 physical DPS weapon with that attack speed, crafted 8 quality socket gems, flat fizz, and then crit and quality. So we got 8.75 crit, which is base crit for the weapon, which is very good. Last league we did something like this with a Slayer, and our base weapon was a mace without any crit. So it was 5 base, and with the Slayer we're able to get it up to, I believe it was 8, right? So here we got 8.75. And then this is ground slam, so we want the carcass jack. This time around I actually have a carcass jack, so yeah, I found another one, and so let's go over the actual links. We got that fortify with, of course, ground slam, Val ground slam with elemental damage with attacks, multi-strike, melee physical, increased crits, and physical to lightning with fortify. And inside the carcass jack I got a 5 link with enlighten. We're just using some auras, so we got Herald of Ash, Blood and Sand, precision. I leveled it up because of the enlighten level 4, so I get a little bit more accuracy and a little bit more crit because I can, and then hatred for physical damage is extra cold. Currently I haven't done any Uber Elders or Elders this league, so I have just this, and yeah, it's not really helping me. I guess I could have used anger and then get that final conversion and use a different pair of gloves, but it's not really helping me. So far this is the only watches. I haven't been killing any Uber Elders this league. Last league I had dozens of watches eyes from all the Uber Elders we've killed. But yeah, this time around I was just busy leveling up characters to 100. It's been a blast, and yeah, outside of that, I mean, we just got the Leap Slam with Blood Magic here, Ancestral Protector for the attack speed. I got Blood Rage on a single socket. I managed to get these attack speeds we've killed recently, crafted some resist, life, strength and movement speed over here. And then the helmet is a temple helmet as well. It has the fire res and fire damage, physical damage taken as fire, which basically eliminates 7.6, 7.5, right? My fire res is 76% because of barbarism over here, so 7.6%. of physical damage is mitigated with this mod. You can do the math later. Either way, 10% physical is taken as fire, so yeah, 76% is mitigated from the fire resist, so it's a very, very strong helmet. I don't have a helm enchant because, again, soul self-found, but the helm itself is very good. It's got a whole bunch of life, and since we are not, confined to like a specific element, it's kind of hard to get, like it's impossible, wouldn't be useful for this build to get like a fossil crafted helmet. So if this was pure cold, fossil frigid would make enemies take less, more cold damage with nearby enemies have negative cold res or negative fire res. But here our damage consists out of fire, cold, and lightning because we do all the different conversions, and we also do Herald of Ash. So we're not very particular in what element we use. So when it comes to elemental penetration, the only ele pen we got is basically from here, which is 5% over here, and the elementalist gives us 5% more. Sorry, 10%. So once we get that, we'll actually have the 15% elemental penetration, which is, I believe, it's enough. When it comes to talking about the tree, we have these couple of jewels right here, rapid expansion for the endurance charges and the area, the angle. So we need to use 2 of these. You need 40 strength and radius. So this is possible to get in both here and here. Currently I'm running here, but we'll see there's a more efficient way to take Path of the Ranger. I still haven't gotten there. But once I get Path of the Ranger, I'll be able to disconnect the tree. I'll see how I do in terms of like resistances. Right now we're way over capped, but we're also using 2 items that I'm not gonna end up using, like a whole bunch of items. I don't know, we're gonna have to change rings and like all the jewelry and the belt, but I think the gloves, helm, and boots and weapon and chest, of course, are gonna stay. When it comes to the flasks, we just have staunching and serious promise is very good for us because it's a good chunk of physical and chaos extra and elementals extra chaos. Of course, using Lion's Roar, Diamond because it is a crit build. Currently I don't have an Assassin's Mark ring, but there's a whole bunch of stuff I'm not really like I said, I just started this character today. I've been playing for 8 hours and 52 minutes. The way I level up so quickly, if you guys are wondering, is I kill Kitava in like 6.5 hours, and then from that point on, all I do is I got Maelstrom of Chaos. So okay, so when you reach to Kitava, I still didn't have my end game weapon. It requires level 70. I was like level 60, I think 61 maybe. So I was just using some garbage. What was it? I believe it was this. Yeah, I had Nagamahu's Flame with all the it's just like the 2-handed axe, right? So it's pretty solid. You can equip it from level 55, I believe, and that's what I was using. But then you kill Kitava and you can't really deal with actual content. So what you could do, very, very easy map, Maelstrom of Chaos. I had like 12 of these, or 11 or 13. I did a bunch of those. I don't even remember. I reached level 70. Once I reached level 70, I swapped to this weapon. And I removed the tabula because now I had a 6-link, and instead of tabula I picked up my Carcass Jack finally, and the gloves and the helm and the boots, and then I was kind of like all set because these give a lot of attack speed and the gloves are great, and so the weapon of course insane, and then you're really starting to do some damage. So at that point I had 15 coward trial, I got 6 now. So I ran Coward Trial until I was, sick of myself. Couldn't do that anymore. And that basically led me to level 81 and like 5%. And then I did Beachhead. I had 2 of these yellow beachheads, and here we are. 8 hours and 50 minutes later, because took us about 10 minutes to talk about this build. So that's basically it. And to showcase the build, we're gonna run this second beachhead. It's pretty smooth. I love ground slam. My opinion, at least for me, the most fun skill in the game for melee. If you haven't played it yourself, I really do recommend you to check it out. It's incredibly powerful. Very good AoE. Val ground slam feels just absolutely amazing with the carcass jack, and you can invest. Maybe I'll anoint one of the area, you know, blast cascade or the big area damage of or area effect area damage on the amulet next to the Templar, but I have no plan on getting there with the tree. You could make different trees, of course, if you're really like focused on area effect. But I think like the way that we are right now, just with a carcass jack, no actual investment in area, is you know, pretty good and does the trick. So yeah, as you can see, the experience is pretty much flying. And yeah, after that, I'm gonna show you what will happen after that. But basically it's breach stones. It's a whole bunch of breach stones, and then when I feel like, okay, I'm done with leveling, like level 90 or whatever, 85, I don't know. We'll see how much breach stones can like really carry you. They're like area level 70, right? So I just have a whole bunch of them. I had like the past couple weeks I was leveling my, you know, cast while channeling Jug to 100, and he's not 100 yet. I actually died twice today, and it felt like so bad. So I was like, okay, I can't do this anymore, and I'm still rank 2 with like 20% or something like that. So that was so demoralizing that I had to start a new character. So that's what I've been doing today. But yeah, I couldn't really bring myself to continue playing the castle channeling Jug. So yeah, I don't have power charges, and right now, where is it? Ground slam offense. So you see it's 55.38. That's a crit. It's going to get much higher. We also have a higher effective crit once we pick up the crit against blinded enemies. So we're gonna hit basically, you know, effective 100% crit with the Diamond Flask, or very close to that. They added a whole bunch of crit nodes, like a crit node cluster that that makes like makes it really easy to get capped on crit, or very close to capped. So it's kind of OP. I'm talking, if there's like a little break with the Harbingers, I'm gonna show you. Ground slam level up. Yeah, this one right here, it's like a whole bunch of crit, 30, 30, and 20. That's 80% crit. That's like plus 6.8, 6.9, 7%, something like that. 80% crit, right? If your base weapon is 9 or 8.75 like I do. Point is, it's a lot of crit, multi, a bunch of damage. And yeah, and we're also using like I could be using oh, that's the wrong aura. Whoops. I wanted to get this blood and sand, right? So blood and sand makes me deal more damage, but was it 5% less area? Slightly less area. But yeah, I like the area, so it doesn't matter. Ground slam is really powerful, and it works really nicely. And I'm obviously, I only did my normal and cruel lab just to be able to get Raider, because Raider is like amazing for leveling. Once you get Raider, you got perma frenzy charges, perma onslaught, and attack damage, and it's really like, you know, really hastens your pace, your leveling process. And yeah, as we speak here, the Papa Harbinger is now dead. So yeah, quiver. Alright. I've eliminated like all these, not even. So we just have the valuable shards, and yeah, chaos shards, because I got like nothing. So I'm actually picking up chaos shards. Chaos important. So this is basically it. So yeah, so check it out. I got like 8, 21, 32, 4, 6 breedstones. It's a lot of breedstones. I'm not gonna run all of them, but I'm gonna run them, you know, a big part of these, like 25 of them, and that is going to push me probably to around level 90. And that is how I level up pretty fast, in case you were wondering. So yeah, this is it. This is the build. Once this character is like level 90, I did my overlap, I fixed my tree, I crafted a bunch of belt, ring, all that kind of stuff. I will probably make a follow-up video to let you know how this character is doing. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Play Val Ground Slam. It's amazing. Thank you very much for watching. See you guys around.